Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. It's going to be a little different than it usually is. Normally I do like a long form kind of thing where I'm sitting here and talking to you. But in this video I'm going to try like a vlog style thing where it's going to be a lot of jumping around and stuff like that. But it's basically going to be my highlights of the Chicago trip I just went on. And they paid me to fly up there and talk to a big old seminar room full of people of everybody's trying to retire early through rental arbitrage or through buying homes and trying to retire through what I do. Now, what I taught is an hour-long or longer seminar on how you buy 5 homes, and after those 5 homes, and how you buy them, which areas to buy them, what to look for, what the criteria is. And then after you do that in a certain way that I went through, then you can retire easy in the next 5 to 7 years. And then there's also a 15-year plan if you want to retire debt-free. It's beautiful. So if you guys want to hear more about that, then reach out down below, and I'll tell you how to get information on how to get the full one. But in the meantime, enjoy this video.
Welcome to Chicago, where the local time is 10:30 a.m.
This is your story.
Yeah.
Basically, hey, what's up? So I just got done putting the glue on my wig. Like, look at that. It's so natural looking. Yeah, so the idea is to tell my story about where I've been, where I've come from, where I'm going, and then tell their story about where they could be going. If you don't know anything at all, most people are coming out of the gate stressed out about their marriage, their kids, their family issues, their debt, their school debt. They're trying to get ahead on their job, and they're just trying to keep their head above water. And so whenever you tell someone you need to study day trading, and you need to know about all the stocks and the S&P 500 and everything like that, and they have to actually study it every single day, they just don't have the bandwidth to do it. Even complicated real estate investing, whenever you try to do all sorts of creative financing, and then you're trying to house hack stuff, and then you're trying to find deals on foreclosures and buying through there's all sorts of methods to real estate and to invest in real estate. But ultimately for the layman, it's just like this can't be their full-time thing. Like, they just don't have, their mind can't handle it. So if you buy one house per year and you buy a $300,000 house that will rent for at least $2,250 for a long-term rental, and you do that 5 times, you put those on Airbnb in the Airbnb area, then you can see financial success and financial freedom. It takes little stress, little energy, very low money, because if you do it once a year, then you can say it's your primary, you put 5% down, so it's like the cheapest way to buy a house in real estate. And if you get a property manager that does it all for you, answers the emails, goes to Airbnb resolutions, hires a cleaning staff, takes care of all the maintenance, then you are pretty much as much hands-off as you possibly can be. And so basically, I can't find a better way to retire. I'm too sexy for this shirt, too sexy for this shirt.
Give them a rundown of the fit.
It hurts.
What's the fit of the day, man?
The fit?
What you wearing?
Is that what the new kids call? New kids on the block say? Yes, this is a custom-made suit from, that's not true. It's a suit supply suit.
Oh, suit supply.
And then I got it tailor-made to fit my tiny little body. And then I decided not to go with the flaps. I just wanted it to have the modern look right here. And then taper it in on the side. That way it makes my chest look bigger.
Ooh.
And I always walk around, every time I see someone, I make sure I tighten it here and I go,
Damn,
so it makes me look like I'm not flexing. I just have a lot of air in my chest.
Okay.
So nice.
Damn, what about the socks, bro? What's the sock game?
Those socks. I had the pants brought up a little bit, that way you can show the socks game. And so not too much. I'm not trying to do that high water look that people do nowadays, those hipsters.
Oh yeah, some hipsters.
But it's just enough to where...
You kind of hip, but not really.
Yeah, kind of hip, but not really. I'm not a hipster, I'm a hipster. Get it? So we have the VIP round table with the people that paid for the personal time, like the personal mentorship for the speech today, or for the presentation today. That's in about 30 minutes, but before that, I have to send Airbnb investing properties to a client of mine that is in Houston,
and then I have to send a personal client of mine that is trying to get a personal home for his dad that is over in Memorial Park area in Houston. So I got to send 2 lists for Houston properties. And then I have another client that wants a tour as soon as I get back to Dallas on Tuesday. So I need to send them a broken down list of their premium properties. And then I have a phone call with an investor that's over in Australia that I have to set up before 9 a.m. as well.
From Texas. A lot of you know him. He is on YouTube and a lot of other social media channels, and he's given away jam-packed value every single week. But I want to introduce to you Sean Ray. Thank you.
I'm not one of those A students that's a genius and I found real estate investing because I'm some smarty pants. It's not the case. I barely made it through high school, barely made it through college, and I got fired at every job along the way. It wasn't until I got into real estate that I was like, oh wow, this is like, man, I don't have an actual boss. This is pretty cool, and no one can actually fire me. I can just kind of do my own thing, and that's kind of where I found my footing. And in the get-go, I started doing pretty much all real estate investing because I thought it was cool. I thought the idea of helping people basically retire was a really cool idea. It wasn't necessarily about me making $1 million or more. It was more about the fact that I hated jobs, and if I could teach other people how to invest, if you get enough homes, and therefore you don't necessarily need a job. And then a real cool acronym, if you guys ever heard of it, it's super cheesy, but get ready for some cheese. It's called like RICH, right? Who wants to be rich, right? Everyone wants to be rich. And it's residual income creates happiness. And so I heard that when I was younger, and I was like, yeah, because majority of my life I was always thinking, how can I be a CEO like my buddy right over here? How can I make $1 million in a job? But then I started learning the more money you make, the more stresses you have, the more employees you have, the more problems you have, the more taxes that you have to deal with, all sorts of stuff like that. And so I thought of this idea, like how cool would it be, instead of being a multimillionaire and working 12 hours a day, 20 hours a day, never knowing my wife, never knowing my kids, whenever I eventually have those one day, then wouldn't it be cool just to have $60,000 or maybe $100,000, but I have complete time freedom? And so that's what investing can do for you. That's what investing has done for me. And I've been able to do the whole travel to 10 countries a year for the last few years. My buddy filmed some great content and hopefully can inspire you guys whenever you come out with that content. So that's something I want to pitch to you guys. Instead of wanting to be multimillionaires that are constantly dealing with headaches all day, every day, what if you just made the average income from America or maybe a little higher, like say for instance, an accountant, but you had complete time freedom? Wouldn't that be cool? Can I get some head nods? Yeah, actually be a dad to your kids or a mom to your kids or something like that. Actually spend time with your family. Wouldn't that be cool? If you guys remember the RICH acronym, residual income creates happiness, another thing I like to think of all the time, it just really stuck in my head when I was younger, is that you can analyze the roots or you can pick the fruits. And a lot of times whenever you come to these real estate conferences, I've been to so many when I was growing up in the real estate industry, a lot of times people there'd be hundreds of people, thousands of people in a crowd, and then 1% or less would actually do anything that they learned that day. They paid the money, they sat there, they spent their time, they flew across whatever, they saw the guy jumping on stage like, you all want to make some money? Buy my course. And so everyone does that, and just don't be the statistic. Like if I can get everyone in this room to actually take action today, just do one thing. Get a rental arbitrage first lease, or talk to a lender, get approved, make a plan, talk to your CPA, see what it needs to be, see how much you need to get to start doing something, because otherwise you're just wasting all of our times. I could have been still in Colombia hanging out and dancing with beautiful women. I was in Guatemala before this, but I came here for you guys, so don't waste my time and don't waste yours. Cool? That's where you can find me. Instagram, YouTube. Thank you guys.
Wonderful. Thank you. Good job. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys want to get everyday updates on what I'm doing in my life, make sure to check out my Instagram. I don't post a lot on the actual Instagram feed, but I do stories pretty much every day. And I'm currently working with a whole bunch of investors. I'm walking through different investment properties. So if you guys want to see the different properties I'm walking through, what I look for, price ranges, and the rates of returns that I'm getting, make sure to be checking out my Instagram stories. As far as the hour-long seminar I was telling you about, if you guys actually want to see that, I don't mind uploading it. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to make it all fancy. I'm just going to put it up there. It's going to be an hour long, but it could be kind of boring because it's an hour long sitting in front of YouTube. But if I get enough comments below of people wanting to see it, then I will just easily just press the upload button. All right, guys, thank you so much. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.